Are you ready for non-stop action that'll leave you breathless? From brutal hand-to-hand combat to explosive shootouts, these 10 movies will blow your mind while watching, and you've probably missed a few of them. Forget everything you know about action movies. Hardcore Henry is filmed entirely from a first-person perspective, like a video game brought to life. You wake up with no memory, your wife's been kidnapped, and your body has been enhanced with cybernetic upgrades. From there, it's pure chaos. You're thrown from rooftops, dragged through gunfights, and pushed into some of the wildest set pieces ever filmed, all through your own eyes. It's violent, ridiculous, and 100% committed to its insane premise. If you're looking for something that grabs your senses and never lets go, this is it. Would you survive even 10 minutes in Henry's shoes? An elite SWAT team enters a crumbling Jakarta apartment block to capture a ruthless drug lord, but the mission turns into a trap. The exits are sealed, and every floor is crawling with killers. What follows is an hour and a half of non-stop martial arts mayhem. The Raid is a masterpiece of fight choreography. Bone-snapping, high-impact, and incredibly grounded. You feel every punch and kick. Star Aiko UA brings brutal realism to every move, while the tight corridors turn every hallway into a death trap. It's not just action, it's survival. Fight your way out, floor by floor.
Too late to start over.
Denzel Washington plays Robert McCall, a seemingly quiet man working at a hardware store. But when he sees injustice, he transforms into something much darker. He doesn't use brute force. He calculates, analyzes, and strikes with lethal precision. The Equalizer is a slow-burning thriller that erupts with bursts of violence. Every confrontation feels earned, and Denzel's performance adds gravitas to every scene. It's the final showdown in a hardware store. It's pure cinematic poetry. This isn't just vengeance, it's balance. How far would you go to make things right?
We are doomed.
In a dystopian future where all emotion is outlawed, one man begins to feel again. Christian Bale plays a government enforcer trained in gun kata, a fictional martial art that combines gunfights with fluid, dance-like movement. When he skips his daily emotion-suppressing dose, his world begins to unravel. Equilibrium blends philosophy with high-octane style. It's like 1984 meets The Matrix, with a hefty dose of slow-motion combat. Transformation from cold executioner to emotional rebel is the film's heart. It's not just about action, it's about awakening. Would you choose freedom or safety?
Tyler, you were clinically dead 9 months ago.
Chris Hemsworth returns as Tyler Reich in a sequel that cranks everything up. This time, he's tasked with rescuing a Georgian gangster's family from a brutal prison. What follows is a relentless series of shootouts, hand-to-hand brawls, and an unforgettable 21-minute one-shot sequence. Extraction 2 doesn't pause to breathe. It hurls you into a war zone and dares you to keep up. With explosive set pieces and tighter emotional stakes, it's arguably better than the original. This is Netflix action at its finest. Would you risk your life for a second chance? Liam Neeson plays a former hitman whose son witnesses a mob murder. To keep him alive, he must fight off his old crew, survive the police, and outrun a deadly assassin all in one night. This isn't just another Liam Neeson revenge flick. Run All Night is character-driven, gritty, and soaked in regret. The father-son dynamic adds real weight, and Neeson's aging broken figure brings authenticity to the role. When loyalty and blood clash, who do you run with? How far would you go to protect your family? When a sadistic warlord threatens peace, 13 warriors are hired to assassinate him. The setup is slow and strategic, but the payoff is legendary. The final battle sequence, a near 40-minute ambush in a remote village, is a masterclass in tension, tactics, and swordplay. Directed by Takashi Miike, 13 Assassins blends old-school samurai honor with modern cinematic flair. It's bloody, elegant, and unforgettable. This isn't just a fight, it's a sacrifice. Would you give your life for justice? If you thought The Raid was brutal, buckle up. The Night Comes for Us is its spiritual cousin. More blood, more chaos, more violence. Joe Taslim stars as a gang enforcer who turns against his syndicate to save a little girl. What follows is a relentless chain of ultra-violent showdowns. Knives, machetes, hammers, meat hooks. Nothing's off limits. The choreography is beautiful in its savagery, and the brutality never feels gratuitous. Pure, unfiltered action cinema. How much blood would you spill for redemption?
We'll find you. I will kill you.
This is the movie that transformed Liam Neeson from dramatic actor to full-blown action icon. Taken isn't just about revenge. It's about a father's desperation, precision, and unstoppable will. Brian Mills is a retired CIA operative trying to reconnect with his teenage daughter. But when she's kidnapped during a trip to Paris, every ounce of his old training kicks in. What follows is a ticking clock race through Europe's underworld packed with chases, interrogations, bone-crunching fights, and one of the coldest monologues in action history. I don't know who you are, I don't know what you want, but I will find you, and I will kill you. That speech alone became legendary. But what makes Taken more than just thrills is its clarity. Every scene moves with purpose. Mills doesn't waste a move. It's not flashy. He's efficient. Every strike, every shot, every step is aimed at one thing: saving his daughter. There's no shaky cam, no overdone CGI, just pure, relentless determination and tactical brilliance. You believe Brian Mills is a guy you'd never want to be. On the wrong side of Dot, behind all the action, is a father who never gave up. What would you do if someone took everything you love? From South Korea comes one of the most emotionally resonant action films ever made. A quiet pawn shop owner with a violent past becomes a one-man army after a little girl, the only person he cares about, is kidnapped by organ traffickers. Man from Nowhere mixes brutal knife fights with heartbreaking emotional beats. It's slick, stylish, and soaked in melancholy. Think John Wick, but more grounded and more human. Sometimes, the quietest man is the most dangerous. Kayabari, your past without bloodshed. If your heart rate's still normal after all that, you weren't paying attention. Which of these films gave you goosebumps? Spot your favorite in the comments, smash that like button, and hit subscribe, because Cinepicks brings the heat every time.